Today, we are celebrating a couple who have been married for almost 50 years. Actually, they'll be 50 years in marriage in July. Yes, you heard right, 50 years. Let me start with you, Mommy. How has it been? Almost 50 years.
Almost.
50 years.
One day at a time. And then, surprise, it's 50 years altogether. One day at a time.
Did you think you'd get there? Was it let me try it and see, or you just knew that you were in for the long haul?
In for the long haul. Yes.
Mr. Harrison, how did you meet?
We met at the InterVarsity Christian Fellowship Conference in Swanwick in England.
Okay.
She was studying at the University of London and I was University of Durham. So we met at Swanwick.
Okay, that is so you went for a conference and you were looking?
Not really. Not really. It was just a chance meeting.
Okay.
And when we finished the conference, it was like, this is it. She goes her way, I go my way. I even laugh at it each time I remember it.
Right.
We met again in London.
After the conference?
Yes, when I was not expecting.
That was also another by chance meeting?
Also chance meeting. I was not expecting to meet her and something happened and then I needed help very badly with somebody who lived in London.
Right.
To do something for me. And I was going through, I went to a Boys Brigade conference and then I was going back to Newcastle upon Tyne and that thing was very urgent. I said, let me call that lady. And I had this little diary in my pocket with her name in it and address in it. And then I called, and when I met with her, I was wearing a funny jacket. And when I arranged to have lunch with her to discuss what I wanted her to do, after she said she could come, I looked at the way I was dressed and I was embarrassed. And I said, oh boy. And of course, she came nicely dressed. And there I was in something. So I didn't go. Look, I did not expect to meet her. It just happened by chance.
So did you just know it? Did you
know
that?
No, not immediately. You know, talking about falling in love at first sight. No, it wasn't anything like that. We met at the conference. She said, I went my way, he went his way, and I forgot him completely.
Right.
You know? And then when he actually left UK to return home, he began to write letters.
Okay.
Letters. And so the little flame, you know, the little spark became a flame, gradually.
Yeah. You're not a Ghanaian by birth, are you?
No, I'm from Bermuda. And some people know it only in
and then the younger man was able to bring you all the way from Bermuda.
Exactly.
What about you, Daddy? Do you just know that this is the woman I want to be with? She is, I mean, quote, a stranger.
I did. I did not for the first meeting at the conference. But it was after the second meeting in London when I was on the train going back. That's when I said to myself, this is it. But this is it. That was me talking.
Yeah.
But for her, it was nowhere near this is it.
You had to chase for a long time.
Understatement.
And almost 50 years down the line, would you say it was worth it? The long way, the travel up and down.
Oh yes, I'll marry her again.
Isn't that nice? Now, after being together for such a long time and being married for almost 50 years, I'm sure sometimes you look around and you see what is happening around you in terms of marriages and you wonder what the problem is. What do you think is the problem with today's marriages or the challenges confronting today marriages of today?
If people get married and it is not based on true love, then there is no foundation to start with. If it's based on just attraction, if it's based on whatever it is, if it's based on the fact that yes, she's good looking or he's good looking, he has money or she has money, or she comes from the this famous family. If it is only based on that, then when the going gets tough, if it's because the girl was pretty or the man was handsome while they got together, that won't stand because things are tough. But if it is truly founded on solid grounds of love, then they will stand firm, because that is like cement binding the bricks together.
And you think that is what has kept you going?
Oh yes, that and that, of course, and it's a twin pillar, that one and our strong Christian faith.
Yes,
because that too is one.
Because I would say, I think of loving as including three things. You care for, take care of the person, and you care about the person. And this encourages you to exhibit the 1 Corinthians 13. Patience, kindness, forbearance. So you care for the person. You care about the person. And I find that some people give up because they no longer like what the person does, and they don't love. But if you love the person, you may not like what he or she does. For example, some wives might be traumatized by the fact that their husbands drop socks on the floor, because they are very careful about things like that.
Right.
So you don't like the socks
Right.
being dropped on the floor. It doesn't mean you don't like the man. I think some people don't make that distinction. We've had one couple we know, the lady was an ordained pastor, and
Right.
she was a qualified nurse. And in later life, she decided to marry. And to her horror, the marriage broke up, and one of her complaints was, well, he leaves doors open. He doesn't shut cupboards.
Kitchen cupboards.
Yes, he doesn't shut kitchen cupboards. He opens them, he doesn't close them. So she didn't like what he did. And somehow that affected any love she might have had earlier.
Right.
Because sometimes people do things and they're not aware that other people don't accept them, are irritated by them, are offended by them. So you have to have free statement of what you like or do not like. And then you register that. So you don't deliberately do things which you think the man does not like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the wife does not like. Not deliberately. Not if you love the person.
And patience, anybody who has patience is really blessed, because without patience, it's very difficult. But if that thing is there, that love, the real one is there. I call it true love. If it's there, then even if it doesn't mean that people don't get angry, people don't have disagreements and all the rest of it, but sure they will have disagreements, but then it becomes a 9-day wonder, because the love is there, and eventually, because if there is no preparedness to move away from that solid anchor, then you know that you're not going anywhere. So you boil, and when you boil, you cool down. But I think counseling is very important. It has to be the Christian, if the people believe in God, believe in Jesus, whatever, then you have to find biblical answers to the solutions, the problems that people face. If it's patience, there's a lot of examples in the Bible about patience, because and the woman, a lot of women may say that my heart is hot-tempered. Then you have to find something from the Bible about patience. And again, there's a whole session through also in the Bible about patience.
Right. Now, is there anything about that seven years myth thing in marriage where it is believed that when you get to the 7th year of your marriage, there's always something that shakes up your marriage. You don't know of anything like that? No. Nothing?
All I know, no, I don't know of anything like that. But I remember that when we celebrated our 25th, we were then in Canada. When we celebrated our 25th, people were making rave comments. 25 years. Oh, they walk into the church hall where we were having a reception. And they were amazed, and I couldn't understand it.
Because for you, it is nothing.
It was like, what did we do? 25 years. So 25 years. So what? 25 years. What did people expect?
Mommy, have we been able to convince him, Daddy, to do the singing?
Yes, he will sing.
He'll sing. Yes. Okay.
I know the Lord. I know the Lord. I know the Lord has laid his hands on me. Yes, I know the Lord. I know the Lord. I know the Lord has laid his hands on me.
Wow.
New at Dumas from GTP, the name we know and trust. Premium quality fabrics with a smoother feel, new designs and richer colors. New at Dumas for the woman who knows her worth. GTP, quality fabrics printed in Ghana. GTP, timeless.
GDA Concepts, producers of the Standpoint TV program, is offering the following services. Studio space available for rent for video shoots and conferences with seating capacity of 120 people at an easily accessible location. Standby generator available. Conference chairs also available for hiring. Sale and rental of Sony Z7 cameras. You can also contact us for video coverage for events, event organization, documentaries, TV commercials, etc. Locate us at 55 Olympic Avenue, Kokomlemle, near Joy FM. Call 050-133-9642 or 0544-844-122.
Welcome by another small like it. We are in the Valentine mood, and the month of February is all about love, and today we're here to hear a true love story. Seated right opposite me is Justice Doris Bimpong. She is a High Court judge, and she's been enjoying some sweet love. They pay me small. Good to have you back on the Standpoint.
Thank you.
And seated right next to her is the man from whose rip she came out of. He says, Mr. Seth Bimpong from Integrated Business Builders Limited. Good to have you on the Standpoint.
Thank you.
How does it feel like to be married to a justice?
Anyway, sorry. We got married before she became a judge.
A judge,
so
okay.
We started from somewhere.
Okay.
So from the.
But was she a lawyer when you married her?
No, we met. She wasn't.
She wasn't.
She was your service.
Yes,
just after 6th form.
Just after the 6th form.
After the 6th form.
We actually met 28 years
28
ago.
years.
Hey, you go long way.
Yeah. So when we met, I mean. Actually, we met at a friend's house at Swan Lake. They lost my friend lost his mother.
Okay.
We were going to sympathize with them. I was going to sympathize with my friend. Apparently, the one that comes after my friend is also her friend.
Master, you went to sympathize.
So,
and you more than sympathized.
So when we met, at least, I mean, what I saw, I mean, it was, I can say, People talk about love at first sight, but I believe it exists. So that's what happened. And
when you saw, you knew that she was the one.
You know.
So how long did you go out before you got married?
8 years.
Chai! No wonder they call you Obo. Or trying home. Wow, 8 years, and you were waiting. You were working too.
Yeah, I was supporting her.
Do you think it was worth the waiting?
More than the word worth. And I'm happy.
You're happy. That's the most important. Yeah. And you, are you happy?
Very happy.
Now, you were married for how long? Oh, you are becoming teary.
We've been married 20 years this year.
20 years this year. 20 years this year. So,
in 1st July will be 20 years.
Yeah, how was it like when you got married? How was life going up?
It was okay. I was actually a lawyer. Well, it was still a brush chassis, so we started slowly. We got married. It was in absentia. He was in the UK then.
Okay.
So we got married. After a year, he came back to Ghana. So that's how we started life. Small. We were doing the church business, the motorbike business.
Right.
Before we even got a car. That one car we had to share, and life wasn't bad. It was okay. When you have love, everything seems okay.
Right. But what do you think is holding your marriage? Is it trust? Is it love? Is it respect? What?
I think all including communication. I think communication is a key.
It's a key.
Because wherever I'll be, I know some people will tell their wives that they are going to Takrady, you find them in Kumasi.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Even if I'm going to Takrady to do whatever it is, I would let her know that I'm going to Takrady. Yeah. And I'll make sure I call her, I'll make sure I communicate with her wherever the time. I call, this time by 2 p.m. I should call her.
Right.
Unless she might be sitting or something.
Right.
So she'll let me know, I'll call you back. If I don't call her 5 after 2 and she calls me, trouble.
She'll put it to you. Now, Mr. Bimpom, obviously when you started, you're finally a very happy man. The woman had given in, you had married her, having fun, going out and all that. Then suddenly she gets sick and they say they have to amputate one leg. How did you feel?
The day that the doctor announced to me that one of the legs has to be amputated, I wept like a baby. I really did. I wept like a baby.
You can't tell me.
But what was going on, if it's not done, or if it hadn't been done, then I'm going to lose her. And I didn't want to lose her. So I have to sign for the leg to be amputated. And once I said, till death do us part, hey, whatever it is, however, I'll be with her.
But how was it like after the amputation, life coming home?
Coming home, and even coming home was like heaven.
Okay.
After leaving Kolebu, being in Kolebu for 3 months, I mean, home was heaven. And he was always there for me, so it wasn't too bad. I mean, sometimes you're on your own and you feel depressed. Yeah. But as soon as he comes home, he always comes with something that will make you smile.
Okay.
He has that thing about him. Sometimes he's very annoying, but then he comes home with something that makes you smile, and then you forget that, oh, I was even annoyed with him. Right. And sometimes he was very helpful, even too helpful. So it got to a point, it's like, yeah, let me try and do stuff for myself so that I can learn.
Right.
Because he was there, like doing things for you, helping you with this. If he cannot be there, he makes sure there's somebody there to help you.
There was a time I was traveling. I mean, everything was set. I have to travel on Tuesday, I took her to the hospital. She was admitted on Monday. You know, Monday, Tuesday dawn. I mean, I was sitting on a flight, crying.
Because you knew you were leaving her here.
Trust me.
But I'm sure she insisted that you must go.
Exactly. Because it was important. I have to go.
What is your greatest worry concerning your wife?
That is if I have to lose her or?
No, I mean, now, whatever it is, your greatest worry about her, knowing that she's lost one leg and now we know that the other one too is worrying her. She still is diabetic. And I know, typical of diabetic, she doesn't follow all the rules.
Very true.
I know.
Very, very true. My greatest worry I wouldn't like her to. I've been praying that I don't want her to go to the hospital. I mean, to be admitted at the hospital anymore.
Right.
So I make sure she goes according to her drugs, her diet, and all that. So my greatest worry is I don't want her to go to the hospital anymore.
Again. And what is your greatest worry concerning your husband?
What is my greatest worry concerning you?
Should I tell you?
Yes, tell me.
What do you want?
Well, I am always afraid to lose him. I mean, he has to be there.
Okay.
You know, because he's been there all this while. So I've become so used to him.
Now, married 20 years now. What has been the secret? What is keeping you still so much in love?
Communication is number one. And then I try to keep it fresh. Because I come in and call him sweetie. And sometimes he call me my world. And it's like, I'm his world. Or you call him and he just answers, oh, my life. I'm sure he wasn't thinking about me, but he says something like that to make me feel like, oh, he's thinking about me. So it's like you're keeping it.
After 20 years, he still does those things and says those things.
We do it even more now because I have realized that I need to keep it fresh.
Right.
Otherwise, some small girl will do me something.
Fortunately,
the devil is a liar.
The devil is a liar.
Fortunately for her, I don't like small girls.
Okay, there's some big girl.
So, how's the
which one?
The bedroom things.
I one day the communication inside too. It is part of the communication.
So that she said she likes to keep it fresh. Has she been keeping it fresh there too?
Oh yes. Trust me.
She keeps it fresh there.
Yes, she does.
Okay. Okay.
And she doesn't. She knows what to follow.
I'm a beneficiary of the Girl in Need Foundation. Some time ago, there was no hope for me to go to school, but through the Girl in Need Foundation, I was able to complete my secondary education. I quite remember when we completed JHS, things became very, very tough. But with the help of God and the help of this foundation, which is the Girl in Need Child Foundation, now we are who we are today.
And this foundation has really helped me.
So I'm pleading with you that you help with any amount you have.
Please give something out. Donate at least 1 cedi for a girl. Will change one's life. Remember, your 1 cedi can touch a life out there, can make impact in the life of somebody.
Water gives life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of Awake purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351 251.
Hey, welcome to the Standpoint. Yes, the month of love, and we're talking about love, and not just love, one-time love, but sustaining love in marriage. In marriage. So it is love up, flaunt your lover. And I go straight up to my panel for today. My guest, Ochiame Kwame, and his beautiful wife. Welcome to the Standpoint.
Thank you.
Yay! I just hate your hair. Because I'm jealous.
Oh, I know. Thank you.
I love your hair. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
You are glowing too.
Oh, I'm trying hard. So what's the secret? 2 kids. You look like 16 years. In fact, 14 years. What is wrong with you?
I am blushing. Thank you.
What's the secret? How do you keep it all together?
I go to the gym often.
Okay.
I drink my lemons. My kids call it my concoction, so morning and evening.
Okay.
And then, basically, I also enjoy fufu. Not that.
So really, you take good care of yourself?
I try, yes.
And how are you able to do it with 2 kids?
Kwame
In fact,
helps.
3 kids. No, you have 3 kids.
Right, with him.
Thank you. The first one.
The first child, who is him, actually helps. He helps with everything. It's just us in the house. And
You don't have house help?
No, I don't. We do it together, everyone. We've shared the roles. So.
I must say you're an amazing couple.
Oh.
Tissues, please.
Honestly, amazing couple.
Thank
Because
you.
both of you are busy as well.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Ocha, most of the time you're on the go. You have a concert here, you are in the US, you're in Canada, you are here, you are in Kumasi, all over the place.
Yes.
And do you go with them or you leave them here?
Sometimes when the kids are on vacation, we try to go with them. Or when Anis' mom is with us. But usually, whether I am physically gone with them or we are emotionally gone,
okay,
we leave together and then we all come back together. It's a unit, you know. So if no matter where I am, I'm testing her like 1,000,000 times a day, phone calls back to back. You know, we stay connected.
Is this something that happened naturally, or you actually worked on it? You had to work on it.
So when I met Anish, she was a little scared. You know, I'm really fine.
Yeah,
you know,
I know. Yeah, fine boy.
Spice,
Yes,
the
yeah.
chest, the cute guy. You know, I'm really fine.
I know why.
So I wanted to calm her down. You know, so I told her that, you know what, wherever that I'm going, I will take you. So that you see that I'm not doing anything silly. So if I say I'm going to studio, I'm going to studio. You know, so I'm not going to studio to quickly call you from the studio and dash to Bantama. Go and see a girl. You know, so I build that point, and whenever I get to, if I'm not with her, I'll send her a text message from the place. When my phone is dying, you can call me on Kojo's phone. So we started from a very transparent beginning. And it has carried on through the relationship for 14 years now. So
14 years?
Yes. But
hey, boy, yeah. I said 9.
9 for the official,
okay.
Unofficial.
14?
Yes.
And you think you made the right decision marrying this man?
From what he's saying, yes. Yes. I think I did. Because from day one, he showed me a lot of things. When I met him, relatively, I was green. We are 7 years apart in age. Okay. So I had just finished the uni, and he taught me a lot of things that he had done. And he taught me things from experience, so to speak. And so, yes, I think I made the right decision. Right.
So what actually keeps your love going? Because you're still like lovebirds, you just met, you know.
Yeah, for me, yeah, honest, that's what... I think the whole idea is not keep staying in love, it's just staying in last. That is the issue, you know. So if you've been with this person for 14 years and it's just that person, and you can find ways of staying in last. So what is of interest to me, very stereotypical, forgive me, is when I wake up and I see my wife mopping the floors. Amazing. When I go to the kitchen, forgive me, ladies, don't come on me. I love her for other reasons. When I go to the kitchen, she's cutting onions and she's crying. Or because of
the others
when I see the way she's sophisticated outside and the way she's domesticated, that gray area, that is what
is sexy for me, you know.
Right.
So, and staying in love and in lust with such a beautiful woman, it's not that difficult. Because I have decided to control what tickles me. I don't let things tickle me that I have no control over. You know, so like the way she swags up my kids, like this woman will wake up in the morning, cleans, gets the children ready. On the way to school, she'll do Bible studies. You have 22 or 23 minutes drive from the house to their school. 15 minutes of that is a Bible study. Every day, one verse. How can you not love this woman? You know, so, and apart from that, she also knows how to wear pum-pum shorts, you know, how to wear shorts and, you know, tickle it out of me.
Yeah. Get your engines working. You know what I mean? Yeah.
She gets me confused. she knows how to get me confused. Yeah.
Anika, what about you?
Before we got married, we spoke about this scripture that said that cords of 3 strands are stronger, and so than that of only 2. So we decided that we would keep God in the marriage. I mean, it is not just a saying of keeping God in the marriage. It's a saying of actually working towards it, because it's not the easiest of things, as we sit here saying. Sometimes the principle of not letting the sun set on your anger is very tough.
Yeah.
Because you just have to be angry and enjoy it. But then we have...
It is true.
But then we have... we have this principle of following that Bible principle, never letting the sun set on your anger. So when it's time, sometimes you must swallow your pride and say, okay, I'm sorry. So that...
I'm telling you, there's been times that I wake up in the morning and say, Annie, I'm sorry. Then she said, for what? I said, for things that I'm yet to do. because, you know, I think for the whole thing to work, it's a story and a promise of not happening again.
Good.
So, and me, you know me, I just would say the story and let her leave. Yeah, just keep saying. So I've said like 1 million stories.
I know.
Since we started.
You are the only one who says so sorry.
Only me.
I know. I know, right? Anika, let's go on. Don't mind this one.
Moving on. So yes, basically we have agreed that we must use the principles that we know from God. We must ensure that it works.
Do you quarrel?
Yes, we do. We do. A lot. Like, our personalities are very different. Totally different. And so we have a lot of quarrels. So I want A, he wants B, and it's... Then eventually we find a midpoint and agree.
Yeah, and agree.
Basically, yes,
and I'm sure most of the time you make the
time.
compromise.
He does.
Tell the truth.
Okay. Thank you for admitting it. He does. So moving on, how are you going to keep the fire?
Fire
The next 10, 15 years. Going to when you're 50 and 60. Your parents have been married 51 years.
It's true.
I hope and pray that you will go 70 years in marriage.
That will make me an immortal.
What it is that I like planning a lot. That's all I like to do. But then there are things that you never see coming. And so with the marriage, as much as we have planned, we also live in the moment. We make sure that in the moment, if his needs have changed, if he doesn't want this anymore that I used to do back then, we would have a deliberation and then we would move on to what will now make him happy. So it's what we plan to do is actually continuously keep the communication lines open so that we will continuously talk.
Yeah. And it's your life all about making him happy?
When I make him happy, I am happy because it is tied together now. The two shall become one. And so it is tied together. So he also supports me to do a lot of things. There are programs that I go and do outside that he was the one that saw and said, do this. I think it will help you manage this better or do this better. And so we complement each other. It's not just me thinking about him all the time. He also always thinks about me and what will be best for me too. So it's intertwined.
Rap Love Doctor. The building. Yo. I mean, the building, yo. So going forward, I think that I should just make more money because lately she just found a fetish for traveling around the world. And you know, when I say let's go to the US and go and have fun small, she would like to come with the children. That is a problem. That means instead of tickets for 2, it's tickets for 4. You know. So based on this newfound hobby, traveling around the world. Because yesterday she was talking to her children about going to Kenya. In the morning, I intentionally pretended I didn't hear. You know, so I think I should make more money. But apart from that, I should just be myself. And continuously stay focused because these days the girls, they are jeggings and Instagram and it's just awesome. The
Temptations
girls are everywhere, you know. So I think I should stay focused. And I'm telling you, this might sound a little corny, but the family that prays together stays together.
It's true.
Yes. So through prayers, you know, pray every night, pray together, and I think that. If this is the plan for God, God's plan for me, that's linked to my purpose, is to stay married to Annie forever, I wouldn't want to do anything humanly possible to disturb that purpose. So, maybe a day for you, baby. A day for you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
GDA Concepts, producers of the Standpoint TV program, is offering the following services. Studio space available for rent for video shoots and conferences with seating capacity of 120 people at an easily accessible location. Standby generator available. Conference chairs also available for hiring. Sale and rental of Sony Z7 cameras. You can also contact us for video coverage for events, event organization, documentaries, TV commercials, etc. Locate us at 55 Olympic Avenue, Kokomlimle, near Joy FM. Call 050-133-9642 or 0544-844-122.
All right, welcome back to the Standpoint. Today is the day before the D-Day, the day we celebrate love in this country, in the world. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and today is our special Valentine's Stroke National Chocolate Day program. And I have with me, in my view, well, that's my view, Ghana's favorite celebrity couple, and I'm talking about married couple. And I have with me Beverly, the beautiful Beverly Barr, the actress. You're looking like a queen indeed.
Oh, thank you.
And her husband, the choir master.
Yes, choir mistress. I believe in you, baby, that you made me who I may be now, and you they make me go crazy. Oh, baby, and I can't leave you now.
I believe in you, baby.
You they make me go crazy. Your love they make me go crazy. And I can't leave you now. Oh, 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 oh. A little bit of choir practice, don't mind.
Wow! Now that's beautiful. Oh, that's haters.
You don't
against backbone. How did it happen? How did the two of you meet, Beverly?
Well, it's been a while we've said this story, but we've said it again and again. We just met at the beach. At the beach.
At the beach.
I love the beach. I think it was a holiday in March, and we met at the beach. He actually just wanted somebody to move his car so that he'll move out.
Okay.
And he came to me to ask if it was my car, and I said no. And we just started talking and...
Bruh, it's not her car.
Yeah, I mean, it was just about the car, but after asking her about the car, you know, I realized there's these beautiful flowers that I can't just pass by.
Oh. So how long did you date? Did you go out before you got married?
Well,
We dated. I met him few months and I turned 23. I'm 31 now.
Okay.
We've been married for 3 years. That's next month. So I think
you dated for
we
quite
dated.
a long time.
Yeah, quite a long time.
About 5, 6
6
years.
years.
Yeah,
before
we got married.
Do you know it will end up this way?
No.
No,
not at
what
all.
you
It
say
didn't
no?
cross, it didn't cross my mind.
Why master wife? No.
Yeah, true. It didn't really cross my mind that, okay, we'll get to another level, you know, apart from dating. Because, you know, as a single guy trying to, you know, work on your profession and all that, sometimes when
you're all over the place.
of marriage, you're like, hey. But I realized that it got to a point in time in my life, something happened. We had a little misunderstanding, you know, that almost broke us, like it separated us. But the comeback was extra. You know, after the breakup, the comeback was something else. We realized that we are so much deep into the relationship and we need to move on to another level.
When the hitch happened, I don't want to go into the hitch, but what made you decide to go back?
I think
who initiated the breakup?
I did, because I was upset.
Okay.
And I think he didn't have my back. He wasn't there for me. No. Fine. I caused the whole thing, but he was supposed to be there for me. You understand? So if you're not there for me, then I think you can be a man. You won't be there for me in marriage or whatsoever. Yes. So I don't want to be with you no more. But the reason why I accepted him back was deep down my heart, I knew I still loved him. So if you love this man and you still want to say goodbye and you're crying in your pillow, doesn't make sense. Yes. So if he wants to come back, okay, let's do this.
Kwamasa, what opened your eyes to see such a good woman? A woman with, I mean, so frank, intelligent, deep, and, you know, knows what she wants.
Exactly. I'm happy people are getting to know the reason why I got married to her. And between me and people that see us, nobody's going to know how she is. All they see is just the outer beauty and all that. But I've stayed with her. I've moved with her. You know, we've passed through a lot. And I've studied her, realized that she's a good woman. And I know she knows that I'm a good man too, huh?
Yes. He is, huh?
You know, so...
now she has tears in her eyes. She has tears in her eyes. Can I have tissue, please?
People wouldn't understand from the beginning, but it gets to a point that, you know, everybody, oh, okay, wow, I like this union. I like this. And it doesn't come on a
silver platter.
Exactly. You need to work at it. You need to work more harder. People always go like, marriage is some sort of a suit that if you put yourself into it, you know, just release yourself. It's maintain that friendship. For me, from the first time I met her till now, I had this feeling for her. And we always try as much as possible to devise strategies that will refresh, you know, that feeling for each other. And I think that keeps us moving on each day and every time. Yeah.
What was your biggest fear when you were going to marry Beverly? Because when you met her, quote unquote, she was nobody. Then suddenly she started acting. She's out there. Everybody knows her, you know, going places and all that.
That's why I don't really need to listen to what people say, but listen to your instinct and what you go through, the experience or what you see. It's very difficult to stay with one person for a very long time in a way. But if you find that person that, okay, you can relate to that person every time, you don't find it difficult to tell her what's wrong with her. She doesn't find it difficult to tell me in the same way. You know, so we live as friends.
If the love dies, you don't have the feelings to go to bed with your husband or go to bed with your wife anymore.
It wanes.
Well,
it wanes and it doesn't die. It's always there.
Well,
it's always there.
So that's what happens. And because of the friendship you have, it's always heavy. It's always ongoing. So that's what happens to us. Because we talk about virtually everything. He's my consummate. There is nothing that you tell me in this world that I will not tell my husband.
Hey, I won't chop on again.
I will tell him if I think it's a bit too deep that he will start seeing my friend in a way. I will not mention my friend's name, but whichever way,
You will get to know.
I'm not a wardrobe. I'll tell my husband. I'll tell my husband about this. Do you know a friend of mine? Blah 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 blah. Hey, why? Oh, no. I just don't want you to know who the person is, but at least you know what it is. That's the friendship we have. When he's in town and something happens, whether sad or good, I'm the first person he will talk to. Like, do you know that this is it? Hey, what is it? Hey, every time. So the friendship is there. So that's what builds our relationship. And I mean, however hard the relationship gets.
What about trust?
We don't even think about it, really.
You know, you build it. You build that trust, you know, that it gets to a point that you don't even think about it. She's in town. Okay, I know she can take care of herself. I'm in town. She knows that, yeah, I can take care of myself.
Somebody will call her. Shall I have seen your husband?
Yeah, and surprisingly, I do get calls. I do get calls when she's in town. Hey, Charlie, I just saw your wife. Okay, where was she doing? She's dancing. She's happy somewhere, you know. And I tell her, I know. You know, so it's
that's it, right? I know, right?
Because we always tell each other where we are going. It doesn't. I think
our parents have also played a very important role.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, our family members, her family and my family. You know, we should learn to understand that you can't do it alone. Yeah. Even though you are in a relationship with someone, just that you should watch who you take advice from.
Right.
You know, you can take advice from church elders. You can take advice from your parents. I mean, they are the most important people. And for my family and her family, they've been, you know, wonderful.
They've been amazing.
Exactly.
See, marriage is difficult, but you should know who you're getting married to. You don't get married on the safest and, okay, he's handsome, he's this, or maybe he's rich, he's this. But look in the inside. Anything can happen tomorrow, whether positive or negative. Will you be able to stay with the person? So you should look deep inside that person and know that I can live with this person no matter what happens. That's what I've learned in this marriage.
Does he support you in cooking and taking care of baby?
Oh, he does everything. He does everything. He does the dishes. He has particular meals he wants to cook by himself. He cooks contemporary by himself.
Okay.
He does garden stews by himself. It's just once in a while that I cook those meals. And it's only washing that he doesn't help me because he thinks I'm just standing by the machine. But cooking, cleaning, just recently he cleaned all our windows and glasses and everything. When I got back from town, it was clean because he thought he was bored. So he decided he helps me a lot. When I had a baby, it was difficult because after breastfeeding the baby, she will not go straight to bed. She will cry and wants you to pick her up, and as I'm holding her, I'm dozing off. So he just taught me that after breastfeeding, I should just give her to him. They'll move to the living room and I'll sleep.
Beverly, so you've been married for how long?
3 years in March.
3 years in March.
Oh, no, April.
3 years in April.
Yeah.
Open term. Okay, let me put quite my son on the spot. April what?
April.
She's happy. She's happy. April what? The men never keep the date.
I'm telling you, the men never, ever keep the date.
April what?
Can you help me out?
Oh, no. Me, I can't remember.
Please.
Okay, 14th.
April 14th.
Yeah,
okay,
14th.
will be
Right.
3 years.
Exactly,
now.
yeah.
Apart from the family support, what do you think you have that is keeping you going and can keep you going?
It's God.
Yeah, God first, and I think there should be patience, you know, and the trust we have for each other, you know, and that friendship that we keep saying.
Sometimes when I'm talking to my husband on the phone, people ask if I'm talking to a friend or my paddy, because sometimes we even speak pidgin. Charlie, no, see, then we are talking and we talk. Then maybe he'll say, yeah. Then I'll say, yeah. So somebody will be thinking, did you say you were talking to your husband? I say, yeah, that's my husband. That was my husband I was talking to. Then the way we would say it, Charlie, don't you know I'm a fine girl? Charlie, forget all the boys who are seeing me in town.
You have our jargons.
Jokes like that.
Okay. So you're able to laugh together.
Yeah.
We try to laugh together.
I mean, it's not rosy all the time.
Now, what about the sex life? I got you.
See the way you came. Look at
I got you.
You tell us about it. I don't know.
Really?
That one has to be spiced up.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
spice it up.
satisfaction guaranteed.
Should I hold your hand?
I think, see that I've loved you since we met. I want to love you more. And if there is any word that is more than love, that is what I'm giving you on this Valentine's Day.
I'm lost for words.
Now it's your turn.
Wow. Okay. My world. You are my life. And I'll love you till death do us part.
Amen.
One thing I love about this relationship is how he leads the way in resolving issues. It's amazing. But for that fact, maybe we may not even have reached here. But then he's extremely patient, super patient, and very gentle. And he lets things go easily. Like, he doesn't harbor resentment. And so those are some of the amazing qualities of his. And I appreciate it. I love it. Keep being that amazing, good person that you are. Yes.
Brother, what is that one thing I've never told her? She's just amazing. It's just, she's amazing. She's an angel with a small drop of demon in her. Like, she's the total package.
Right.
Yes, she's there. Sometimes I close my eyes and I try to imagine. So if I had married someone else, would I be this happy? The answer is always no. No. Because I know that I see the way she strings my happiness along. I didn't know that I was going to get the real deal. Right. So far, so best.
Well, I mean, deep down my heart, I don't know about any other woman who has been able to occupy my heart fully, apart from her. Yeah. Fully occupied my heart. She's the landlord.
She has the key and
exactly,
the
key everywhere. Yeah. And I really appreciate that. And I would love for her to stay in my heart forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beverly.
Before we got married, the first line he told me was, I don't want to marry twice in my life. So if you're not ready, let's not do it.
Wow.
And today he's added another line that I love. Thank you. I want to say that I appreciate how you love me. I love how you love me. People, they don't have to understand, but I understand. And I love that.
Exactly. She understands.
Thanks for being a good father, a good husband, and a good friend.
Yeah, always welcome.
Yeah.